Okay, coming to so now tell me whether slide is visible now till now. Anyone respond? Okay, fine. So here I am talking about tutorial 3. Here where I will discuss probability as a conditional expectation, and I will talk about few interesting problems that we can solve through this approach. So coming to outline of today's tutorial, first I would like to express probability as a conditional probability or conditional expectation, better call it conditional expectation. And what would be the idea through which you can express the probability of an event? So probability generally we calculate of an event. So we take any arbitrary event A, then with respect to this, what do? You define indicator function. Then indicator function is defined as like this way. Uh, a of IA of notation is IA. A is for meant for the association with event A. So it is taking two value. It is taking value 1 with respect to the all outcome which are coming from A. If outcome is from the event A. If suppose outcome is not from the event A, then with respect to that the indicator function will take zero value if outcome is not from A. So that is one kind of what we call it a binary classification, that we classify whether point are from set A or whether point are from the set not from A. So tell me, definitely this I indicator function it is a Bernoulli random variable. Then tell me what would be the distribution of this Bernoulli random variable? Anyone would recall that what would be distribution of this random variable IA? What is the probability mass function? Find probability mass. What would be corresponding probability mass function? P I A. What would be this? Anyone would like to comment over this? Just try to think over it and try to answer. Otherwise, I will ask uh, from any of you. Uh, Esa, do you know what would be the probability mass function of that indicator function? If you are able to listen me, just try to answer. No response. Okay, Janardhan, do you know what would be the probability mass function of that indicator function? Don't know. Do you know the probability mass function of Bernoulli random variable? Probability mass function of Bernoulli random variable. Do you know or not? Okay, fine. Then let me answer. Danis, Danist. Okay, your name is Danist. Do you know what is the probability mass function of Bernoulli random variable? No. Yes, one. Yes, one. Do you know? Yeah, yeah, nice. That one is the what we bifurcated form. You can put it in unified form as well. So unification is right approach. Rightly you pointed out. So that's where here what would be protein mass function of this indicator function? It is a Bernoulli random variable. So here we will get when x is taking that when this Bernoulli random variable is choosing 0, then that time uh, that would be failure and success would be associated with probability of A. So when x equal to here for x equal to 1, the probability of probability value of probability mass function would be probability of A. When x equal to 0, when x equal to 0, okay, there is issue with a space. Let me write it here. So probability mass function would be like this way. Uh, it will take value for probability of A when you are taking x equal to 1, and the probability mass function will take value 1 minus p when x is taking value 0. This indicator function can take only two value, either 0 or 1. So that's where this Bernoulli situation you are getting. So this is the probability mass function of this indicator function. So if you are taking any kind of event, always you can define a Bernoulli random variable by using the indicator function. This is the approach, and it is having a probability mass function like this way. You can call it further name probability of AP. You can call it probability of success. In simple notation, you can denote it by a small p. So and hence in that case, this will be probability of success. So parameter of success, and in that case further this will take notation of like this way. Always in short form we denote it by Bernoulli. In short, I will with what is the probability of success? This p. Or you can write it what is this one is probability of A. This is the parameter of the corresponding Bernoulli random variable. So this one is an indicator function, and later I will talk about after understanding this probability as a conditional expectation, I will talk about to solve a winning lottery problem. How to win a lottery problem. It is not a simple kind of problem. Here what would we have having? We will have a lottery game there. So there million people will participate, and among the million winner, we have to decide winner to get there would be one matching number. If someone is getting that matching number, that person will be declared winner. But it is not simple. But that matching number would be not one. There may be uh, many more matching number. So we have to, among those matching number, we have to find one winner. So that is the scenario. So it is more little bit complicated problem, but definitely we can solve it through this approach, that probability as a conditional expectation. And at last I will talk about one gene spread model, how to model this using conditional expectation. Coming to first part, that probability as a expectation, what we do, I told that the similar fashion, consider there is an event with probability p of a. Both information is given. We are having event a, and the occurrence of that event. Okay, so with respect to that event, we can define probability of a as expectation of the corresponding indicator function. We know that for the Bernoulli random variable, the expectation happens to be equal to the probability of success, and p of a is the probability of success for the corresponding indicator function. So it will imply that we'll just write it probability of a equal to expectation of indicator function as a binary random variable, and here we will apply law of iterative expectation, and through that we can express it as expectation of conditional expectation of ia given y, and y is our suitable random variable about which we have taken this one. For simplification we have taken this one, and further if you expand it, then it will take of the expectation of probability p given y, conditional probability of a given y. So that scenario is coming. So this probability you have expressed in term of expectation, conditional expectation. This one is conditional expectation, simply we are calling it. So where I told that y is a suitably suitably picked random variable, simply I would like to. So take any discrete random variable x, and we can generalize it to further that many scenario, many event case. It is for single event. We can generalize this result for many event like this way. We know that there are two way to represent event. One way that we look into sample space and take few collection of uh, outcomes. So that one is defining a event like a has been defined. Another approach that if you have already defined random variable, the with respect to random variable, each value of the value, uh, random variable is defining an event. So it is another approach. This one is different approach, directly borrowed from where? Borrowed from the definition of a random variable. It is this one is second approach, this one is the first approach, and this one is the second approach. So we are taking event like this way. That means any event that which are s, which are containing few value of the random variable. So definitely s would be what? It would be a subset of the range of corresponding random variable, and we suitably pick another random variable y. Then we can define probability of s. That one again, it would be uh, expressed as a expectation of the corresponding indicator function is. Here s we are defining, s is coming with respect to s, is is coming with respect to x, and further just apply law of iterated uh, expectation, and that can be further expressed as like this way. This sum of this conditional probability, or simply you can conditional expectation. It is simply conditional expectation. You can look into that what is happening. This term you can say that it is coming as a function of y into corresponding density or probability mass function of y. That means expected rule. So it is one kind of conditional expectation, simply we can say that. Now coming to that winning lottery problem, how we can solve it. What is the problem? First I will introduce. Problem is like this way. Suppose that a million people have bought tickets for the weekly lottery draw, where each person has a probability of 1 in a million of selecting the winning numbers. 1 in a million. Okay. Now next question is coming. Next thing is coming. If more than one person selects the winning number, if more than one person selects the winning numbers, the winner will be chosen at random from all those with the matching number. That means all those winning matching number. Okay. So suppose you pick a matching tickets. That means your probability has been increased. Initially here probability was 1 by million to win the lottery, but now I'm putting further condition that you picked a matching ticket. That means matching ticket, that one is matching with winning number. Then question is coming that what is the probability of your winning. It is not like that your probability of winning would be 1. Definitely, because there would be various winning matching ticket. So probability would be definitely not 1, it would be less than 1. So what is that probability of your winning? So that we have to calculate it. So you definitely win if, so what are the, from the question we can derive, you definitely win if you are the only person with matching number. In that case you will be declared winner. But you can also win if there are multiple matching tickets and yours one is the selected at random among those matching, your ticket has been selected. Then in that case also you can win. So we have to find, there are two cases. One case is there is only one matching number, and another case there are various matching number in which we are trying to measure the probability of your winning. So that both we will find it. So solving this problem, we are trying to introduce few random variable, suitable one. First, we will introduce suitable random variable that through which we put conditioning, on which we will put conditioning in order to simplify the problem. So let y be the number of the other matching ticket, like your one. Okay, matching tickets from the draw. If you are lucky, then y would be 0. That means others matching ticket, number of other matching ticket would be 0. Only you will have matching ticket, you will have. So if you are lucky, then this scenario will be y equal to 0. If suppose, and in that case definitely you will win. Now my question is that if you are not lucky, so lucky, that means y is not equal to 0, then what would be the distribution of y? Anyone may comment over that? What would be the distribution of y? Several problems we have solved based on that. Even 1 to 1 million. No. Y is talking about matching ticket. It is not equal to 1 million. 1 million is a total ticket. 1 million is total ticket. That means including non-matching ticket as well. So matching ticket are those through which you can get uh, that you can award, that you can win that. So matching ticket, one of the matching ticket are those ticket, uh, it is just decided for winning. trophy, that lottery, winning lottery. So among that, so definitely that matching ticket, number of matching ticket would be less than million. It is not million, it is less than million. So I'm talking about what is the distribution of this. Definitely this y would be very very less than million. It is not like because at least that lottery people, they also are willing to win amount. It is not they do business. Definitely it is this y would be very very less than million. So what would be the distribution of y? Any idea? What, just try to think over it. What kind of thing you observe here? Definitely probability of winning is very big. What it is smaller or larger? Yes. If you get a matching ticket, then what would be probability? Yeah, definitely probability will increase. So yeah, why is talking about count of only those ticket where you are getting matching ticket? Why is the number counting those only in case you are getting matching ticket? So that's why are only those number. So what would be distribution of y? I'm asking. Okay, again it is counting number. When you are counting number of occurrence, so there are only two options. One, either it will go to binomial or Poisson. So you can talk about the distribution of y would be either binomial or Poisson. Now tell me, I have given enough hint. Now tell me next, what would be the distribution of y among the binomial and Poisson? Any idea? This one is a tutorial class, so I need involvement from your side as well. Look here. So there are 1 million ticket. Each ticket has a 1 in million chance of having the winning number. Then y is talking about the number of matching tickets. So definitely y would be a what? Poisson distribution. And there would be only one, in average only one winner. So the corresponding mean or parameter would be 1. So y is a Poisson distribution. When we are talking about Poisson distribution, when number of trial is high and the probability of success is low, probability of success is approaching to zero and number of trial is approaching to very big. I don't, I should not say infinity. It simply treat it like this one is number of trial is very big, but probability of success is nearing towards zero, very less probability of success. In that case, we introduce Poisson distribution. So and we can't go for binomial distribution because n is very high. So that's why we proceed with Poisson distribution as an approximation of the corresponding binomial distribution. Definitely the model of the y will have binomial distribution, but if you proceed with binomial distribution, things would be computational would be very tough. Computation would be very tough, so we have to go for the approximation version of binomial, that we are calling it Poisson distribution. Due to this logic that probability is very less and n is very high. So due to that, we go for the distribution of y as a Poisson distribution. So that means y is the suitable uh, random variable through which we can introduce conditioning. And here I have already mentioned y is a Poisson distribution, and hence we can say that what is the distribution of y, that protein mass function of y, or any y value, a specific value of y, it would be e to the power minus 1 times 1 to the power y divided by factorial y. If you simplify, it is taking this form. And what are the possible value of y? Possible value of y would be, it is counting number of matching ticket. Number of matching ticket might be 0, might be 1, might be 2, might be 2 3, like we don't know up to what it will go. So I have given like this way, it will go, but definitely it would be less than total number of that lottery ticket what we are having. So it would be less than that. So probability of only one here. From here you can calculate probability of only one matching ticket. It would be equal to probability of y equal to 0, and easily you can calculate it. This would be that first question is already done. That means suppose probability of only one matching ticket, so that means y is taking 0, that only you are having uh, winning matching ticket. So that probability is equal to 1 by E, and what is that? If you calculate numerically, it is 0.36. It is definitely not equal to 1. Very less probability, not equal to 1. Next case. The prize is chosen at random from all those who have matching tickets. Then we have to find what is the probability that you win if you are y equal to I other matching. You are having uh, if there are y equal to that y is observing a small y other matching ticket. So what is the probability that of your win, that we have to calculate it. So how you can calculate it? So let we introduce a new random variable w with the event that you win. So this is the event that you win, this w it is talking about. So based on that, what would be conditional probability of w given ya? What would be the probability of this one? It would be that you win. So given y equal to a, okay, uh, y equal to y is observing this one. So it is one conditional probability. Simply you can talk about joint occurrence of w you are winning with y is observing this one divided by probability of this one, y is taking value this conditional probability you need to calculate. So if you calculate, it is taking this form. After simplification, it is taking this form. Now the probability that you win can be computed as follows. So we want to calculate this w is the probability of your winning. So we want to calculate what is probability of w, that probability of uh, p of w. So p of w we can express using the conditional expectation formula. We can express as expectation of conditional expectation of indicator function of w given y, and further you can express this one as expectation of conditional probability of w given y. And if you apply expected rule, expected value rule, EVR, expected value rule, then it would be for each y, it would be function of y times we, in the expected rule we used to apply the density of probability mass function of y. So probability mass function of y is coming, and we have already calculated this conditional probability is 1 by y plus 1. And if you simplify it, anyone would like to comment how this probability is coming? Yes. No, no, no. What, listen, one is coming with respect to you, and y is coming with respect to the other. Y, I'm counting number of the other matching ticket. So I had already defined y like that way. The number of the other was the capital, there in capital letter, all word were in capital. So the other apart from your. So how many winning ticket would be there for if y or y plus 1? So did you get the meaning why it is? So yeah, probability of winning given y equal to 1 by y plus 1. So equally likely situation, through equally likely situation, this probability 1 by y plus 1 would come here. Due to that equally likely, there is no further assumption, that's why equally likely is coming. Okay, fine. So this probability, conditional probability is already given here. Now we are here applying expected value rule. Through this we will calculate this probability of a, applying conditional expectation rule. So we are substituting everything here. So probability of w given y, uh, it is equal to uh, 1 by y plus 1. Okay, 1 by y plus 1. This one we have already calculated it through equally likely assumption. Now, what is the distribution of y? Protein mass function of y. That one is what? Poisson in nature. Even you can call it, we have approximated it through Poisson, because if you proceed with binomial, computation will be very tough. So we have approximated the protein mass function of by Poisson, and that one is coming 1 by uh, E is what? Napier number, Napier constant we are calling it. You know that it is coming in the exponent in the distribution of Poisson. So that's where this one value, this one happens to be 2.73. It is in a irrational number, transcendental irrational number, 37 something like that. It will go on something. So irrational Napier constant simply used to call it. So you can take it out of the summation, because it is a fixed number. It is having no dependency on y. So just we have to uh, sum y equal to 0 to infinity of 1 by y plus 1. So what you do, what is this one? If you try to observe this one, it is just involve what, it is involved in the exponential function. If you take the expansion of this one, e to the power y, what it would be? 1 plus, what is the expansion of exponential function? Y by factorial 1 plus y square by factorial 2. This is the expansion. It is coming like this way. And if you take y equal to 1, what would be this? This is the expansion. It is, so if you take 1, you bring this side. So in this side, what you will have? And in place of y equal to 1, what you put? I should not, y I have taken in denominator. So what I do, uh, let me write it. You know that this expression, I need to change the expression here. In place of y, take x or some value, or t, better take t. Take here t, e to the power t. So it would be, this is the expansion of e to the power t, and e to the power t minus 1 equal to rest, these things will be there. And if you take t equal to 1, you will get an expansion of e to the power 1 minus 1, and that would be this term, this term. So that's e to the power 1 minus 1. And if you simplify, then what is the probability of winning? It would be 0.32, definitely not equal to 1, not equal to 1. So it is, despite of getting that matching number, it is not like that you are going to win the lottery. This is the, because this probability is less than 1, you are not certain that you will win the lottery. Probability would be definitely less than 1. This is the calculation we calculated through what we call it conditional expectation. Now next question, I will talk about gene spread problem. So this one is also a very interesting kind of problem. So a problem is coming like this way. Suppose that a particular gene comes in two variant. So variant, another word in that medical we are calling it allergy. Okay. So to simply I will call it variant. So there are two variant for a particular gene. Name of those variant is A and B. We might be interested in the case where one of them say A is harmful. What is meaning of harmful? That it is leading towards some kind of a specific disease, or some dangerous disease. It is leading towards some dangerous disease. That's why gene A is very harmful. Okay. Now all animal in the population must have either variant A or variant B. In the population must have either. So binary classification is completely either gene A or gene B will have variant of that. So we want to know how long it will take before all animal have the same variant, and whether this variant will be the harmful A or save B, save variant B with so that we have to find it out. So this simple model assumes that a state kind of production, a state or a, a state or asexual production, that reproduction that we are calling it, as that we are not going against the nature, it is as per nature. Okay, so assumption is coming like this way. First assumption is saying that the population stays at constant size n for all the generations. So generation 1, there are various generation 1, generation t1, t2, t3 kind of temporal things we are taking, tn like this. These are the generation. So at each time t1 we can say that population is constant. What does it mean? If you are saying it is constant, then in next assumption is saying that at the end of each generation the an animal creates an offspring, and after creating offspring that animal immediately die, so that it is not going to alter the population. So that's it. So first assumption to save the safeguard of first assumption, we are taking second assumption. There is a third assumption. It is saying that if there are X parents with variant A, definitely what would be? N minus 1 parent would have variant B, because that one is the fix. It is a binary situation. A complete population having either having A variant or B variant. So that's why if X parents are having variant A, then N minus X would have variant B. Then each offspring gets variant A with probability equally likely situation. So x by n and the variant p with probability 1 minus x by n. So very simple kind of things. Okay, now fourth assumption is saying that all of springs are independent. There is no dependence between any two offspring, so all are independent. So all these are assumption in order to get a proper modeling approach of this problem, genus spread. Now, what we further talk, we have to talk about a states. We have to introduce random model with respect to each generation. Each time we have to introduce random variable, and those will talk about what a state, various a state. So what are the value random variable we will talk, that we call it a state a space. So the state of the process at time t, we denote it xt. It is counting number of animal with variant a at generation t, and each xt, it could be either 0, either 1 or 2, or like it may go up to n. That means all population might be populated at that generation time t. At time t might be, it may possible that all population has been affected by that variant a. Every all the member of the population is having, so it may also, so that's way the state space would be 0, 1, 2 up to n. That means this random variable is taking value among any of these n plus 1 value. Now suppose that uh, xt observe one value x. So x of the animals at generation t, xt is related with a variant a. So that means if x is observing one of the value, one of the value of this, the suppose that one is x, simply we are saying in generic sense. So in that case x number of animals is having x number of sorry, animal are having at time particular time t having the variant a, and each of the n offspring will get a with probability x by n. Automatically that will pass to those offspring. Okay, and b with probability 1 minus n. Already bifurcation is happening, I told you. I, this one is very simple. Okay, thus the number of offspring at time t plus 1, we have to find it through conditioning approach. Number of offspring at time t plus 1 with variant a, it would be what? Totally talk about condition on, we have to condition on uh, xt, it would be binomial in nature. binomial random variable with a parameter n and the probability of success x by n. Success is counting that presence of variant A. So we write this as follow. So that means every evolutionary process we model like this way, we condition. So future is conditioned by present. This t time is talking about present, and t plus 1 is just next feature, you can call it feature. So what is the distribution of this one? By default it will be a binomial distribution, because it is counting number of success in eh, out of n trial. N is the population set that trial it is talking about. So what would be the distribution of this conditional random variable distribution? Easily we can define it like this. So probability of success is x by n, so we can define it n choose y times probability of success is x by n to the power y. This is the probability of success, and 1 minus probability of success 1 minus p to the power n minus y, simply binomial probability mass function. Okay, what is the further? This process becomes complicated to do by hand when n is very large. So that's where in that case, if n is very large, you have to go for Poisson approximation. You can't proceed with binomial one when n is very large. So that thing I had already defined, approximation of binomial by Poisson when n is very large. So we can use small n. So for computation purpose we are taking a small n, say 3, just n equal to 3. That means total population size is 3. So to see how to use probability as a conditional expectation to answer our question. So question here is coming that find the missing probabilities A, B, C when and D when n equal to 3, and we have to express them as a fraction with same denominator, so that you can do it. Once you are able to calculate probability of A, that probability A, B, C, then you can do it. So here question is coming like this one. So here you are taking a population of size 3. There are 3, and uh, you can see that all the probabilities A, B, C are given here. So A is talking about that means you remain in the state 1, and that is the probability. C is talking about that you are jumping from the state 1 to a state 2, and then there would be uniformity, that if you are jumping, there is a probability with C, you are jumping from going from a state 1 to a state 2. Then also after each of a spring, the corresponding parent dies in order to make the population fix at that particular time. So that's way same probability of reversal would be also same. And likewise also, if you go from a state 2 to 3, uh, size is 3, that's why probability with probability B. And if you want to go from a state 1 to 3, that probability is D. So all these probability are given here. Your assignment is that you have to find all these probability. So apply that conditional expectation process and try to calculate all these probability. So you just try to understand. If you will be not able to solve this problem, then definitely I will pass the answer. It is already around 2, so other things we will cover in next class. So this one is your homework. You try to calculate all these probabilities. If you will succeed, there is very fine. If you will be not you will face any problem, definitely let me know. I will pass the solution, or otherwise I in one of the tutorial I will solve this problem. Okay, further any question?